Yo, yo, what up? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all see me? We doing good then. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook land? It's your boy JD, aka Mr. December, and we are back again with another episode of Love and Relationships. And we have a really special edition tonight, y'all. It is back by popular demand. Therapeutic Tuesday. Therapeutic Tuesday is back by popular demand. So we're going to do the doggone thing. And as per usual, I want y'all to go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Share the video. If you have not already, I promise you, you will get some video out of some value, rather, out of these live streams and these topics that we talk about. And I got some really good people backstage, y'all. And I'm going to bring up, let's see. Let me see. Here we go. I'm going to bring up first the one, the only, the lovely Antoinette. Say something to the people, Antoinette.
Greetings, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Of course, it's 2022. We're going to see what it do and get it popping. Again, don't forget to like, share, subscribe so that way we can get this on and rolling.
Y'all heard what the lady said. Please do that. And we've got our other guest that is here each and every week that we love so much. Y'all, we've got the one, the only, the Alabama Church Girl. Say something to the people, Val.
Beep, beep, toot, toot. Hey, good people. It's your Alabama Church Girl here. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. To all the leaders, saints, and friends, welcome on in. We hadn't got to February yet, JD. But I want you to know that Black history starts in the Bible.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. You are absolutely right. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you. I really wish that more people knew that. You know what I'm saying? We might have to do something on that. We might have to do something
Come
on
on
that.
over to the Alabama Church Girl. Let's talk about it.
We're gonna have to talk about it. Shout out to L Nix in the building. Man, I like this dude, man. Really, really smart brother, really solid brother. I'm so glad that you are joining us on tonight. So, y'all, Therapeutic Tuesday, the conversations have been getting so good, so deep as of late. And I think the last couple weeks, we haven't gotten around to our second topic. So, let me tell you, Therapeutic Tuesdays is kind of where we let our hair down just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We may not be as structured and as polished, right, as we usually are. So we like to get something off our chest every once in a while. So I got something I want to get off my chest. and it's one of the topics that we didn't get to over the last couple weeks. And y'all are looking at the title of the video. We had somebody comment something that they felt about the topic. Y'all, I want to know from you all. Are y'all ready? Y'all ready?
Mhm.
Is there a lack of good men, or are women's standards just too high? That's the question that I want to know from you all tonight. And I've got a video that I want to share. But I see the Alabama church girl getting her posture ready already. But I'm going to hit Antoinette up first this time. What do you think, Antoinette?
Ooh wee. So lack
Mm-hmm.
in
Ooh-wee.
men. Lack in men, of course. Standards, maybe responsibilities, maybe discipline, maybe lacking discipline,
Oh,
maybe
what do you mean?
lack
What do you mean?
well, lacking discipline and loyalty. So everybody, like these new age men from a different pot, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Okay, is different.
Mm-hmm.
Just real different. Like one of them told me, hey, I make enough money where I could pay for somebody to do something so I don't have to get my hands dirty. So I
Mm-hmm.
was like, for what? Okay, then we can't kick it. We can't kick it because I need you to get your hands dirty. I need you to know how to garden. I need you to know how to do the mechanics. I need you to know how and
Mm-hmm.
when to open the door, pump the gas. Okay, it's fine and dandy to have money to pay for stuff, but when you just start forgetting how to do basic things, it's like those basic things that a man does, it's what turns a woman on.
Mm. Okay.
Okay. So it's not the lack in men, it's the lack in techniques, it's the lack in different skill sets. Okay, because anybody could grind and be creative and whatever in the bedroom, but when you aren't able to uh, exhibit different things with your hands, your mind, and your body, then I'm not interested. So it's not a lack in men; it's just a lack in discipline, loyalty, skill sets, things of that nature. Now, our standards too high? I think that it's not so much of our standards, but it's the way that we're executing our wants. Of course, we hold ourselves to a higher standard, but it's how we communicate our excellence with our men. And
Mm-hmm.
some women, like we said before, do not know how to effectively communicate. So when we held our standards up to where we are, like, oh, I got to get my nails done, I got to get my makeup, I got to get my bath and body works so I can smell good. Of course, these are things you should be doing anyway. These are like the basic things. But the way that we've added more glitz and glam to it makes it seem like it's on a different echelon. Okay. And we were trying to make it to where our men are like, oh, well, if you can't do this and have this Brazilian press and all this other stuff for me done, your standards is too low for me. And that's not the
Mm-hmm.
case. We need to be able to communicate, hey, I enjoy taking care of myself, right? So I expect you to also take care of yourself so we can take care of ourselves together. If I'm getting a pedicure, you need to be having a pedicure with me. If we can't afford to, go out and have these pedicures at the same time, guess what? You gonna do my feet and I'm gonna do yours, because at the end of the day, while I'm rubbing your feet and I'm pulling them little hairs out your toe and doing all these little scrubs, and that little hangnail on the big toe, and we pulling it, and then we tending to it.
On the big
These are
toe.
these are conversations, because then what you're doing when a man and a woman says, oh, I know every inch on my partner's body, you can literally say that because you have taken your hands, your mind, your conversations, and your connection and made that that connection with your
Mm-hmm.
person. So those are how your standards get high together. But if you're just doing it solely, right, you're going to be that one star by yourself. The North Star may be that star that leads the way, but you have to have a whole galaxy that comes together, right, to create a cluster that then creates that entire planet. So it becomes unified. But standards and lack, there's just how we look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Discipline, loyalty, and how we effectively communicate with one another.
Okay, let me ask you this, Antoinette. Do you think that sometimes now it is, let me throw this disclaimer out there. There's absolutely nothing wrong with knowing your worth, knowing what you can deal with or what you can't deal with. That's absolutely fine. Um, However, at the same time, I think that we need to realize that everybody is not perfect, and with all of the good that we like in a person, it's gonna come with some bad too. Because everybody got, everybody has some kind of hang up, or something that, for the lack of a better term, need to work on. So, do you think that sometimes the list that women want in a man might be a little bit too long?
I think we get complacent, and it's
Mm,
not so much of the list being too long. It's just we everybody gets set in their ways, and then everybody has excuses, and then we build off of those justifications because we're comfortable in what we set forward because we had those bad examples ahead of the game. And then when you finally meet that person that's fitting everything that you done prayed for and you done manifested and you done put on that vision board, you don't know how to act because we're ignorant to the fact of knowing what that true and that genuine love is. So it's not that that list is long, it's just that we don't know how to actually follow through with that list. And
mm,
when that list becomes a reality, it's a shock. And so when you deal with the shock, you go back to just lashing out and being ignorant with it. And I'm not saying ignorant in a bad term, but I'm saying ignorant to the fact that you've never experienced that level of love before.
mm,
You've never experienced and had someone acknowledge your list and be like, hey, let me go ahead and meet you halfway.
mm.
So
Okay.
sometimes we miss the boat and we stab our own selves in the foot.
Okay, okay, I can dig it. I can dig it. I want to go to the Alabama church girl, and I want to ask you, Miss Valerie, before we dive a little bit deeper into this, because I got a video that I want to play, that I want us to react to. But let me ask Alabama church girl, what do you think? Is there a lack of good men, or are women's standards just too high? What do you think?
I think, yes, there is a lack of good men, available good men, because I do believe there are good men in this world and in our communities. And I think that women's standards are too low.
Mm.
When I say that, what is it that we really should be looking for in a mate?
Mm.
It's really simple. You should look for someone like those vows that we repeat at the altar that's going to love, honor, and cherish you. You should look for someone that's going to be that life partner in sickness and in health, to death do you part. That life partner that's going to be there for better or for worse, for richer, in my case, for richer or richer. Because that's what I committed to at the altar. But I mean, the vows, the traditional vows do say for richer or for poor.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, that those are the things that we should really be looking for. But when we start adding these other things, and since we mentioned lists, I just had to grab um, pen and paper,
Okay.
because that's simple. Love, honor, cherish. Of course, you want somebody that you can trust,
Mm-hmm.
someone who is honest. When you got all this over here, That's a short list, in my opinion. Y'all excuse my handwriting. I can't write that well, okay?
You good?
But that's a short list. But
Mm-hmm.
then when you start adding all this other stuff, they got to make um, 6 figures or better. They got
Mm.
to live in Wind Lake's neighborhood. They got to live. They got to work downtown at the courthouse. You know,
Mm-hmm.
all that other stuff, which really is trivial. And what starts happening is we start focusing on this side of the chart, and then we negotiate this.
Mm.
I mean, just think about it. Think about it. Even in you listen to these women who are habitual athletes, girlfriends and wives,
Mm-hmm.
they speak as though there's an understanding that if you get a man with all this over here, that don't expect him to be faithful. That becomes trivial to them. When
Mm-hmm.
faithfulness should have been one of the things. Let me put this on the list. Faithfulness.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Faithfulness should have been one of your non-negotiables. You know
I
what I'm saying?
agree. Mm-hmm.
But when you have a man ambitious, let me say that because for me, I got to have that
Hey,
because I'm
yo,
an ambitious
yo,
woman.
that ambition, that's gonna be a whole nother discussion for another show. But yeah, I love it. I love it. Keep going, keep going. You
But
doing good.
you understand what I'm saying? When you
Mm-hmm.
start adding all this other stuff that they got to be 6 feet tall and they got to have a 9 inch. They got to have a 4 inch width. You know,
All of that stuff, huh?
they got to wear a size 15 shoe.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff is trivial.
Well, I tend to agree, but at the same time, do you think that it's a lot of ladies out there that's putting too much into that other side of the list that you were just talking about instead of that main list? What should have been that main list?
Yes, I do. But that's what I mean by standards being too low.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is all exterior stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What is their family life like? How do they treat the people that they've always been closest to in their life?
Mm-hmm.
What are your relationships with your family? Because when I married
Right.
you, I got to marry them too.
Right. All of
My
that makes.
relationship with you is in direct conjunction with your relationship to them. Those type things are what we really should be looking for. And that's why I say sometimes our standards are too low.
Mm. I like that spin that you put on it. I like it a lot. And I think that um this is the time now to kind of get this message out because it bothers me because I just feel like I think that we would see more people in our community getting together if we didn't focus so much on that other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I've said it before. What if you pass somebody up that has all of those qualities in a person that holds up those vows that you were talking about, but they're missing something on that other list that's trivial, and then you pass them by. Who says that you're going to get another chance? You know what I'm saying? Let me tell you a story. True story. Now, this woman, she was uh interested in this guy. He was interested in her a little more than she was interested in him, and he just about checked everything off of her list except one thing. He was not 6 feet tall. And for whatever reason, she couldn't get over it, right? I mean, they had fun together. He treated her right, opened doors, took care of her, all that stuff. And it was the efforts were reciprocated, whatever, but he wasn't as tall as she would have liked him to be. And she found herself, looking at taller men, being attracted to taller men or whatever, and, thinking some thoughts and comparing the guy that was treating her right, that had most of the qualities on her list, but she left him because she couldn't get over the height requirement, right? So a little bit of time goes by, she gets with somebody else, and the dude that she got with, he was a little bit taller or whatever, and she just always thought about the previous guy. Like, even though she got with somebody that was taller that fit that requirement, she never really found somebody that had those same qualities as the shorter guy, right? So she got with this new guy. They were doing good for a little while, taller, everything was all right. But the previous guy had moved on, had a family, kids, all that good stuff. And she bumped into him one day, and all of those mixed emotions started coming back, and went back home to the taller guy. And she was talking to one of her homegirls on the phone and was like, look, this guy is cool or whatever, but he'll never match up to the previous guy that was not as tall. And the new guy overheard it. And that was something that he couldn't get over. He tried to get over it himself. They tried to talk about it or whatever, but still, that made the taller guy insecure about the shorter guy, right? That's usually something that we don't see. So the new guy, he couldn't get over it. So she lost out on both of them.
Can I be transparent with you?
Yeah, please.
The reason why I can speak about this so clearly is because I used to be that girl who was vanity. My mama, my family, they used to talk about me, JD, because I would get rid of a guy in a heartbeat.
Wow. You was cutting them off.
Yeah, my cousin used to say, "Oh, my male cousins." They used to tell guys in college, like, Val will change boyfriends like she changed socks. If you don't add up, you got to go. And honestly, I remember my mama talking about me bad because I broke up with this dude because I didn't like his shoes. I just did not like his shoes. And I couldn't stand going out with him. And he got my shoes. But JD, at some point you mature. Am I right? At some point I matured, and I went through enough terrible relationships I was hung up on height too. Because shoot, my first husband was 6'4". A guy I dated after that was 6'9", 6'5". I was hung up on height. That's why my kid is almost 6'5" now, because I was hung up on height. But honey, when you learn those life lessons, you get over that. And I thank God that, he still gave me a wonderful man who's not, short. He's 6 feet, but he's not as tall as I used to date. You know what I mean? But you learn to look for this side of the list. You learn to start, like, get rid of that mindset, because all that's going to lead you is into a path that's not going to fulfill your soul. And I'm at an age now, and I'm at a maturity level. I want my soul fulfilled. I want somebody that stimulates me mentally. I want somebody that satisfies me in intimacy, and not just physical. Just like Antoinette was pointing out, those intimate moments, whether it be with touch or without touch, that is just you and him doing something together and sharing of yourself together. That's what I started longing for, more so than somebody, that wore size 14 shoe. Or I used to, don't be 6'4" and can dress. Oh my. chocolate with some pretty teeth. Oh my God. Jesus, take the wheel. But I matured. And JD, I remember at one point I was grown. I was in my early 30s, and I started dating our other brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And one of my girlfriends just was hung up on it. Like, why would you do that? I can't believe you do. I had a guy friend that was hung up on it too. Like, how could you say you pro black and you dating this and other? Listen, I learned I'm gonna love who loves me.
Mm-hmm.
I have given my time and attention and seeking those very chocolate men with pretty white teeth. the majority of my life. But I learned I'm not gonna seek for that. I'm not gonna seek for what color of the skin is because I like them dark, dark. But
Dark,
but
dark.
seek for how the heart is colored, how you pay attention to me. Seek how you are. I'm paying attention to how you're seeking me.
Mm-hmm.
And we mature, JD. It's that's why I say at some point we have to elevate our standards. And honestly, I do believe you played a video a couple of weeks ago of Tupac, and he was explaining how if the women raise their standards, then the men would treat them in a better manner. I do believe that if we raised our standards, we will see better men come up to the standard because men want women.
I can dig that. I can dig that. And I think that you are spot on about raising the standards, but raising them in the right way. So I got this video that I want to play here, and it is. I don't know if y'all have heard about it. Kendra G Media.
Oh
The
yeah.
she does the singles on IG and Facebook now, right?
Hmm.
So shout out to Kendra G. I've been watching the show a little bit. I can kind of dig it. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good, pretty entertaining. Hello, Tiffany Smith. Thank you so much for joining us. You have came at the right time. You have come at the right time. So let's get right into this video, and I want to know what y'all think about it. Okay, let's do it.
Content 50 is the Aries, 2 children, 33 and 16 is a psychotherapist. All right, let's do it. What kind of man are you looking for?
I had a list and I ran down the stairs without my list.
Where's your list at? You want to go get it?
Yes, I do.
Go get your list. I'm gonna let you go get your list. You done wrote this list out. She had.
So here we go with the list already. This list was so important. She had to go get it, y'all. So
Run downstairs.
right. Watch this. Yeah, y'all stick with it, man. There's more to come.
This list for us. All right, you back? That was fast.
Yeah, I had to run upstairs because I know how you want people to be prompt and together and things like that. And I do apologize for not.
No, you're perfect. You're perfect, Tony. All right, let's do it. So let's get to this list. What type of man are you looking for?
Well, I am looking for someone that is God-fearing, that's loyal, not a cheater, committed, trustworthy, family-oriented.
She ain't out of breath, is she?
Open for change, willing to try new.
Y'all, she ran to go get that list. She was serious. Now, mind you, I fast forwarded the video just a little bit because I don't want to draw it out too long. But this lady is she's single. She's a psychotherapist, and she's also a minister. She's in ministry, and she's 50 years old with 2 grown daughters. So continue. Let's listen. Let's check this list out.
Things, love to travel, love going on long rides because I enjoy taking long rides. A communicator, unselfish, caring, loving, outgoing, humorous, dedicated to us.
Now, notice the look on Kendra G's face. Even she knows that this is already going the wrong way.
She
Like,
said, "Girl, I
It's
got
just
this
like
Santa hat
mine.
on, but I am not Santa Claus."
right. So let's keep watching.
Secure, financially stable, someone who can take care of me, believes in chivalry, strong, smart, open-minded, willing to be a power couple, a man who can pray. Let's see here, single. I prefer someone that knows what he wants and not undecisive. Excellent hygiene, smell good, diverse, college educated, well endowed, well groomed.
Did y'all get all of that? The minister
Yes.
said, "Well endowed."
And she stopped and paused like, "I need that."
Yeah,
With an exclamation
yeah,
mark.
For the
yeah.
people
I
in the
said
back.
it. Yeah, she said, I said it. I said it. Well endowed. Now, that wasn't at the top of the list,
But it's
but
there.
New details for you this
That was
morning
in the
about
top
President Joe
50.
Biden and Vice President
Wait a minute,
Kamala
wait a minute.
Harris's visit to Atlanta tomorrow. The White House said
Oh, got too many tabs open. Struggle streaming
That was
already.
top 50.
Struggle streaming already. So Tiffany Smith says, wow, she wrote a journal, not a list. Tiffany, hang in there with us. There's more. Let's keep watching.
Patient, healthy, non-abusive, active, nice dresser, non-dreamer. And let's see here. I think, and the age range for me, I would say 44 to 54. Sometimes it all depends, 55, because sometimes when they get that age, like 55, a lot of the people that I've been seeing,
She out of breath reading the list now. El Nick says she's right. I know people who constantly cut off friends, have issues with siblings, parents, and have the nerve to project that on you. The only people they have issues with in their life is you. I can dig it, El Nix. So she's trying to catch exactly. Look at Kendra's face. Even Kendra is like, hold up now. Some ain't quite right about this, but there's more. Let's keep watching.
been taking care of themselves, and I take care of myself. And so yeah, like about 44 to 54 or 55. It all depends on that individual.
Okay. Well, it is Jesus' birthday, so you might as well ask for what the hell you want, child.
You see that list? Look, I broke the list down. It was 101 things, but yeah.
How many?
Over 100 items on the list. Where they do that at?
She ought to be ashamed of herself. She need to get on her knees and repent to before the Lord right now.
Let's keep watching.
I'm not for sure, but it's a lot.
Now, did you write? I'm curious. Did you write down your deal breakers?
The deal breakers, again, cheating, not communicating. Did you have something that I needed? Someone that's consistent. I was talking to my daughter. I'm sorry, because she's sitting there looking at me. I need somebody that's consistent, persistent, dedicated, and committed to me and my daughters and my grandbaby as I am to them. And if they have children, I want to be committed. I want that.
JD,
okay. Does he have to be in Wisconsin?
No.
Wait a minute, say that again, Val?
Why you chose this video?
Because
I can't look at her. Let me turn to the side.
I chose this video because, y'all, it's so many people out there that are into manifestation, manifesting what they want and writing it down. Y'all, no such person exists.
But that's
I
the wrong
had
way.
What you
look,
say,
I had high
Antoinette?
hopes for mother. Cause mother is cute in a mother kind of way. She got on a cute wig. She got on a cute backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
Makeup is got on that simple beat. Come on, mother. She
Mm-hmm.
even got
Mm-hmm.
her lashes done. I had high hopes for mother, and then mother get on here making all the girls look stupid.
And see, look, listen, it is real, Tiffany. It is real. And it's funny, but it's real. And at the same time, while it's funny, it's a little bit sad too. Because, y'all,
At her big age.
50. Not saying that 50 is like old or anything. I mean it is,
But
She
it's a
going through a midlife crisis. That's what it is. She's going through a midlife crisis.
mhm,
She's lonely. She's living vicariously through her daughters because clearly that's who all set it up. Because she clearly just asked, did they have anything else to include?
mhm. Right, right.
So when you're going off of somebody's energy and you trying to live off of your children, not off of, but through the energy and dating scene and all that other stuff, this is what we have. This is not a
Right.
manifestation. This is a vent.
But
Mhm.
the thing is, for me, at our big age, because we're not even at the midlife point yet, but at our big age, we get so temperamental about time. I ain't got time to name all that stuff. I know how to clearly get to the point.
Right,
That
right.
part.
I'm not going to waste any words because all life is time, and I'm tired. I can't. I don't have enough breath to spare all them words.
Mhm.
He's gonna have to treat me good. He's gonna have to be faithful and come in this house and bring all your money in here.
Right.
All of the money.
All of it.
All of it.
I ain't mad at you.
Hey, go
I,
ahead now. Go
I ain't mad
ahead.
at you. But I came across this video and I wanted to highlight it because um, while you ladies have y'all got y'all's head on right, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of ladies that don't. And my concern is that it's not just the younger ladies, but it's the older ones too. And this is what the older ones are teaching the younger ones.
And
And I think that this is part of what a disconnect is. And this is what I wanted to get off my chest. You know what I'm saying? If this is what 50-year-olds are thinking, or 50-year-old, and she narrowed the list down from 100 things, and she named almost 50 then. But, ma'am, at 50 years old, not saying that you have to settle for whatever, but if he's walking and if he has good function of his limbs and his brain function is good.
if he don't have ED,
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all heard what they said. Why can't you find, ma'am? There is no man at 50 years old, yet alone any other age, that has all of these qualities. We all are lacking somewhere. So, and then I'm gonna we're gonna move on because I want to get to everything that we wanted to talk about tonight. But even Kendra said toward the end of this video, and this is we got about 7 minutes in, minus the part that I fast forwarded. But this is about a 17-minute video, right? And toward the end, even Kendra said, hey, you might want to think about this list a little bit because it's hard to hold somebody to that high of a standard. That standard is too high for anybody. She must want to marry Jesus, which is, I mean, that's cool, but I mean, I think that's why many of us are missing the mark. Do y'all have any closing comments to say about this before we get ready to move on?
You could have a list and a standard, but if that chemistry and them vibes ain't right, it don't matter. So you could have the list of high, hell, water, whatever, but if your chemistry and your energy ain't connecting, there's no point.
And I like this comment on the screen. She is demanding perfection while knowing that she's not. That's all I'm trying to say, y'all. Unrealistic expectations.
Hmm.
Exactly. And I think it's problematic because too many people have unrealistic standards like these. And I mean, I'll just be honest with you, it's not fair to hold somebody to that standard. And I like how she said that there will be, reciprocity there. But if you're not everything on that list, I don't think it's fair for you to demand. Well, maybe demand is not the right word, but I don't think that all of that should be a requirement because there is no way that everybody has everything like that all together. We still, even at 50 years old, even at 40 years old, even at 30 years old, we're still working to be the best version of ourselves possible. And I'll just be honest. If I was a man, and regardless of what age, and I came across that, I would run. Go ahead, Alabama church girl.
So I want to say something controversial.
Go ahead.
I want you to prepare yourself because you're a pastor, and I'm sure you're about to rebuke me. Okay.
Go ahead. We real over here.
Okay, because y'all know my background and how deep in the church I was raised, and from college up until my 30s, I was hell bent on whoever I'm with has got to be someone in the church. I heard her say she wants someone that a man that is a man of God or something like that. She said, I took that off my list, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because every man that I dated was in the church with titles and all, and they put me through some hell. So I wisened up and was able to go into meditation and prayer and restoration and learn to try the spirit by the spirit. Because everything that's sitting in the pews with a title and a collar on ain't necessarily a man of God or a man after God's own heart. And I could look around me and see, classmates and other friends that are married to men that weren't in the church, but they have very beautiful and successful marriages. And I started learning to try the spirit by the spirit because not all men who are not sitting in the pews are bad men. The soul, I have a saying that the soul knows where to go. When your soul is good, your soul knows what feels good to itself. So yeah, I took that off my list. Mute button. Mute button.
I say this often, y'all. The devil go to church. And not only does the devil go to church, but the devil know the Bible too. So absolutely, try the spirit by the spirit. But yeah, that's what I wanted to get off my chest tonight. And yeah, we might run over just a little bit, for our usual time, but it's all good. It's all good. It's Therapeutic Tuesday. So I'm gonna shoot it over to Antoinette now. Antoinette sent me something that she wanted to talk about to kind of get off her chest a little bit, and it is in relation to the new Georgia group. Is that right?
Yeah, to the new Georgia group, and then how everything that's transpiring around voting laws and the interaction of BIPOCs and people of communities of color. Because in Georgia, we made some waves. Stacey Abrams, all the accolades, but we're just getting all these visits, right? So many visits, but no action. It's always that when we're dealing with people of color and especially our communities, you only need us when it's time to push the pedal to the metal. But then when we get to that finish line and we got to make it up that hill again and again and again, baby gets put back in the corner. So now our communities are feeling though, what's the point? What's the point in voting if we're not getting action, if we're not getting our John Lewis, right? If we're not getting our George Floyd, if we're not getting the recognition that we are more than 3/5 of a human.
Preach,
So,
Antoinette.
everybody's getting all this acknowledgement, and they're getting money, and they're getting their whatever. But at the end of the day, what's made for and needed for our communities is still lacking. So we don't need any more visits. We need stuff that's concrete. So that's basically an intro of what I submitted here.
So from what I'm gathering, Joe Biden and the vice president, Kamala Harris, they've been catching a little bit of heat, right? Is it
Oh
more
yeah.
from what I'm gathering? It's because they're not putting into action what they said they were going to put into action. Is that right?
The fact is that the president has been in this realm of politics for 45 years. And yet you're telling us that we basically, like in the military, have to hurry up and wait. Why? We didn't hurry up and wait when you came to them backwoods and everything else to get us to make sure that we voted. You didn't tell us hurry up and wait when it was time to try and voice about staying in lines to vote. That wasn't a hurry up and wait. But then when it comes down to things that are needed within our community, you're telling us, oh, let the system do what it needs to do. It'll be there. We'll get there, right? But when and how is it going to get there for our communities when the system was not made for us? So what system is going to get us to our quote unquote promised land of benefits and recognition and equal playing field? What system? And that's basically where we're going, because even I was sitting here and I was reflecting. I was like, you know what? Why? Why vote? But then when you understand history, and hell, we could look back at our grandparents and our great grandparents and some that are still alive right now and see and hear the stuff that they had to go through just for us to vote. And yet, even though we're voting, even though we're fighting, we still can't get what is needed and what is necessary to protect us, especially when there's foolishness like the insurrection that just happened. But you could sit up here and you could hurry up and arrest all of us that look like us. Those that don't, that created the system that we need to hurry up and wait for, could sit up there and gallivant in their communities and be with their families for months on end until they get arrested and convicted and everything else. So what system, president and vice president, just because you sitting up there and you could eat at the barbecue does not mean that you are welcome. And you're not welcome.
Right.
There's just no point.
And I like what Tiffany put on the screen. She says, I was glad Georgia told Joe Biden action and no more speeches. That's so important, because just like you said, Antoinette, they wanted us to get out and vote for him. They said they were going to do all of this, all of that. and then they pull the old bait and switch on us. Now, check this out. He can use his executive power to push through a voters' right bill.
Right.
You know, as bad as I hate to say it, I might catch a little bit of slack behind this because a lot of people know how I felt about 45 too. You know what I'm saying? But 45, a few times a day, he was signing those executive orders, taking pictures with them. Why can't we do some of the same things? If you have the power, why not show the people that helped put you in there, right? Who helped put you in office? Why not use some of that authority that you have in order to make some of these things right? Because now it's like, whose side are you on?
Let's see.
It's not the side, it's the color.
I just mentioned trying the spirit by the spirit. And that's what has caused me to really kind of fall out of the political system, because I don't trust none of them. They're all out for their own self-interest. Joe Biden has been wanting to be president for at least the past 12 years. This is not his first time running. This is his third time running, right?
Right.
And it took the aid of a Black woman to help get him in. Because he probably, without her, probably would not have won. Georgia is on fire, y'all. When I tell you Stacey Abrams has turned that state around.
Okay.
She has turned that. Look, she got them winning the national championship in football and baseball. She said, Paula White told us the African. She didn't know they were coming to Georgia though.
Okay.
To turn that state around. But listen, I'm making a joke of all of this political talk, not because I don't take it serious, but because I see them as laughable. We're sitting here talking about win, but back in 1965, Martin Luther King was standing on the Capitol steps right here in Montgomery, Alabama, saying, "How long? Not long." Wasn't he saying that? And here we are, all these years later, saying the same thing. How long? We the people have to,
because again, the system.
But we the people have to understand what our power is, and our power has always been in unity and our spirituality. So let me take it back to this sweatshirt here I got from the Jude 3 Project. Black history starts in the Bible. And every time Black people got together, they always conquered. When they got together and they got in the same spiritual place, they always conquered. If you go and read, who were the children of Egypt? In Egypt, in Africa?
Yep.
Aren't Africans Black?
It sure is.
Yep.
Weren't they always under oppression?
Yep.
Didn't they always have to go and get on their face before their God? And their God always made a way out of no way? Yep. Come on, Red Sea. Come on, the battle at Gilead. Come on now.
Jericho. All of it.
Thank you. Once we get together and get in our spiritual place, and I didn't say religious, please hear me clearly. But when we get on one accord in our spiritual place, mountains are moved literally. And we don't have to worry about the political powers at hand, because there is a power that's mightier than that political power. That's the way I see it. So please.
Yeah.
I'm the church girl.
and yo, Tiffany Smith is on fire. Shout out to you.
I like
the most important vote is the local state elections, because they impact our individual communities. That is absolutely true. And I gotta say, I wish, and I'm guilty of it too. I've really tried to do better and tried to vote in every election and not just
Mhm.
the big elections. Come November every 4 years. You know what I'm saying? I've been trying my best to read up on the local candidates and see what they're about, because the leaders at the bottom are what help push the leaders to the top. And I've been there myself. I've asked the question, why vote? But then, just like you said, with Martin Luther King, and I think about all the things that our ancestors went through, just to get the right to vote and to get us equal rights. I think to myself, how dare I not vote? How dare we not vote? When people lost their lives? But it needs to start not just the big elections, but the smaller election. Because, hey, our old Caucasian brothers and sisters, they be out there, and they the ones that's
But it's
keeping. Go ahead.
sorry. I was saying just back with like Val said, we the people, but when that was written, we were not the people. We
Right.
still aren't the people. So and the lands that we fought on on the motherland, not this land where we are not the people, but back on the motherland. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm.
yes, if we sit up there and unify and can reconstruct what's going on with our movements, and then separate the Judas, because there's some in every community,
Mm-hmm.
then yeah, we could make moves. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm tired of voting.
Well,
Mm.
I won't. I'm not. Please know that I am not opposed to voting because I go
Mm-hmm.
vote.
Right. Right. I
Hmm.
understand. Yeah.
But
I do
and I don't
all
want
the time.
anybody that's listening to take that, have that as a takeaway from what I
Mm-hmm.
said. That's not what I mean.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But I do understand that when that civil rights movement happened, what played a very integral part of that civil rights movement was the Black church.
Right. Right.
And the Black church was on a totally different level and had a totally different agenda than what we see today. And we have definitely got to get back to our spiritual place
Mm-hmm.
where even the Haitian Revolution, that wasn't Christianity, but they got in a spiritual place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's been the
After
only.
killing off,
Say that
after
again.
killing off, after killing off the Judas.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the only time that you have seen oppressed, enslaved Black people overcome their oppressors in our current day and age. So we definitely have to learn from history, because history repeats itself. Get back into our spiritual place, Black people.
Mm-hmm.
We can't keep begging and begging and begging the oppressor. Please stop oppressing us. Help change the laws to stop oppressing us. And they are the oppressor. Come on now. We got to get wiser than this.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. An executive order can fix a lot. Let me just play a little bit of this to
New
see what they
details
have to
for you
say.
this morning about President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris's visit to Atlanta tomorrow. The White House says the duo will make remarks concerning voting rights from Atlanta University Center Consortium. That's Clark Atlanta University's campus. Biden and Harris will then travel to the King Center on Auburn Avenue. They'll lay a wreath at the crypt of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and Coretta Scott King. Finally, the Vice President and President are slated to go next door to visit historic Ebenezer Baptist Church. The White House hasn't released yet any timetable for the itinerary. We'll keep you posted.
It's like, what's the point?
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna go visit all these sites, but the sites and the actual relics you need to be visiting is the ones that's alive. That's
Mm-hmm.
us.
Thank you.
Oh, any of us, technically, the communities that got y'all in the positions can't afford to go to those sites that you're visiting.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because we got to work.
Mm-hmm.
Then that there's a pandemic. So if we get sick, some of us still ain't got insurance, even though you have these commercials saying that, oh yeah, healthcare is only $25. I wish people could know that you could get it for this low price of $10 a month. No, call a spade a spade.
Mm-hmm.
Visit the people. Visit us and actually listen to the town halls. I'm seeing none of them back at any town hall meetings because I'm noticing that a lot of our retired activists that are going to these council meetings and stuff are getting arrested for just being present.
Wow.
But I don't, until God say go to Pharaoh, I don't understand why we keep going to Pharaoh.
That part.
Yeah, you know what though? That reminds me. You know, we we keep waiting on, you know, the people in the White House to do it. We think that a different regiment is going to do it, a different regime, different administration, and we looking at them to fix it. God didn't necessarily give that to them, right? He gave governors and rulers over the land to respect, but at the same time, he said, if my people who are called by my name,
get up off me.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of times we like to say we waiting on God, but God is sitting back saying he waiting on us.
Right. And then he gonna say, Pharaoh, let my people go, because he cares for his people. And we got to know that we are his people.
Absolutely.
I know people want to say, you know, that's the white man's Bible and this and that, but we still are God's people. Regardless of who tampered with that Bible, and I do believe they did, we are still God's people, and God still loves me. He has no respecter of person. Not one white, brown, yellow, any other color man is any better than me. So you have no authority to oppress me when I go speak to God.
Right.
After I speak to God, who are you?
And see, we need to draw together. And I really like what the people over in Georgia are doing. And we need more of that in our community. They're saying, hey, it's time to stop talking. You've been in here long enough now. You know what I'm saying? You done got your feet wet. You know, y'all set up what y'all need. Like, we need some action, and we need it now. Because the last thing that we need to do is let this stuff keep going. You know, we don't need to let them keep sweeping it under the rug. And then when the next election comes and then something happens again, like we get another 45 in office, then what? Then what?
Back in survival mode.
Back in survival mode. Tiffany Smith said, I voted in every election, but have gotten disappointed with national elections. I strive to change policies and electorates locally where my voice and vote has more power. I understand. And yo, check this out too. And we'll get ready to wrap this topic up. But just think about how we gather up for foolishness. But we won't gather up for the things that can make our lives better. I like how Georgia is holding the president and vice president accountable for not doing what they said they were going to do. And I think that's more of what we need in our community, more accountability. Like that church girl said, we have to use our spiritual weapons to shift the atmosphere. Absolutely. Shout out to Jay Emmanuel. Hey, JD, so glad I could catch the live show tonight. Thank you so much, man. And we are doing well tonight. Shout out to Jay Emmanuel. So good to see you tonight, brother. Such a strong brother. But yeah. Any final thoughts on this?
It's a smoke screen. It's a smoke screen for more foolishness. But yeah, you still need to vote. I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, I'm tired, and I am more of a by any means necessary. However, our, some of our community is not ready for that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Alabama Church Girls, on you. Any final thoughts?
You know, my heart is to see the church manifest in its power. So I absolutely believe, yes, we need to get out and vote, but we also need to get centered and realigned in our spiritual place where there's more power
Mm-hmm.
than what our physical beings can uphold. Because honestly, our physical being is not respected in a political space.
Mm-hmm.
It is shot and killed and murdered, and the blood runs deep.
Mm-hmm.
But
Absolutely.
spiritual power you cannot deny. So
Mm-hmm.
that's it. That's all I have.
All right. Well, I'm so glad that we were able to get that off of our chest as well. If you're just joining the show, please don't forget to like the video on your way in. Don't forget to share and hit that subscribe button, please. Thank you all. I have joined the discourse. I appreciate this platform. Thank you so much for rocking out with us, Tiffany Smith. But we still got a little ways to go. I think I saved Alabama Church Girl for last because she picks on me because I always go to her first. So, Alabama Church Girl, what do you need to get off of your chest tonight?
Just a little bit of conversation.
Just
I said,
what?
I said just a little bit of conversation. I sent you a cute video. You got it queued
Now,
up
now,
already
now, now, which one was it?
with Jamie. That's me.
With who?
With Jamie. That's me.
Who was Jamie? That's me. Was it on IG or Facebook?
I think I sent it to you in the group on Facebook.
Ah, okay. Let's go to it. Wait, is that that's not the one with the
No, text message.
oh, you sending a text message.
I think so. Yeah.
Send it to me in the Facebook chat so I can make sure I queue up the right thing.
Okay. I'm gonna go off screen for a moment.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. And while we're waiting on the Alabama church girl to do that, y'all, like I told y'all last week, we are leveling up all 2022. Y'all ain't seen
Yes.
nothing yet. You know, we got our little sound effects going. I was looking like a chump last week because I thought they was playing and they were not. But it's all good though. It is all good. So yeah, here we go. Ah, that one. That one. Okay, okay, here we go. Here we go. I like this lady. What's her name, Val?
She goes by Jamie. That's me. She graduated from Alabama State. I think she was a cheerleader at Alabama State.
Okay.
And
Didn't
she's
know that.
Antoinette Sarah.
Antoinette Soror?
Sarah, yes.
Okay.
Let me see
Okay.
this later.
All right, we about to pull it up. So I watched the majority of this video. And it was very, very interesting.
She is
Uh
entertaining.
yeah, she was very entertaining. So let me bring that up on the screen right now. Thank y'all so much for joining us, and we're about to get into it. So Alabama Church Girl, you just kind of let me know where you want me to go. Fast forward, back up, and give us a little bit of background about what Jamie, that's me, what she does.
Okay, so Jamie is a YouTuber that I enjoy. I enjoy watching her. She is so entertaining. But she usually reviews a lot of the reality TV shows, but she does also this segment called This Is Messy. So she'll take news or information that's being sent to her off. She might even grab something off the vlog sites, the blog sites, and start a conversation with about that particular article on her show. So in this video, she has grabbed a little topic, and I think it starts about where you are now. You're at 153,
Mhm.
and it might be more like 230. She starts the topic. So
All right, well, here we go. Let's rock out and see what Jamie, that's me, has to say.
Content. I know I have to do Real Housewives of Miami, and I might do another This Is Messy, but in this moment, I said, let me go ahead and do it. What's up, Red Lipstick Hustler? All right, y'all, listen. So I brought y'all two different things. So y'all know we like to do our text messages that we feel is messy. Okay, so I definitely have a text message from a celebrity. So shout out to her. And then I also have, y'all know we also love our SBB girls, our 6 brown chicks. Okay, so I also have like 6 questions from them as well. So we're gonna go through all of that and stuff. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. All right. So this is the first one we're gonna do is the text message, okay? Now, another thing, y'all know I have not read this stuff, okay? I have not read this stuff, so I don't even know what stuff say. All right, so we're gonna do this together. We're gonna help these folks together. So let's get into it. Here's the first part of the text message, okay? I don't know which one is the guy, I don't know which one is the girl, but we're gonna figure it out. I think we enjoy these puzzles, right? So let's do it. Hey, babe, can you give me $50 for a haircut? I want to believe that's a man texting the woman asking her for $50. I don't know. Let's keep going. So the person says, huh? This made me think of Saucy Santana. Huh? Anyway, so they go on to respond and say, I want to get my haircut. Can you give me $50? Wait, you serious? Yes, babe. Okay, this may be the woman in the black. Okay, the person says, you have a full-time job making a load of money. Stop playing, boy. So that confirms, okay, the person in the black is the guy. All right, so I was kind of right in the beginning because I'm like, I don't know if a woman up here asking for a haircut, she probably gonna be asking for a frontal. Some type of
Weaves, wigs, and sandals. This is getting good already. Let's keep going. This is getting good. I like this. Let's keep going.
wig, some braids, y'all. This is hot. So give me a second. Yeah. So let's keep going. And he responds and says, and you too have a full-time job making good money, yet I'm always paying for your manicures, right? I feel like he got a point. What y'all think? I feel like he got a point. She said, you got a full-time job. I'm sorry. I feel like he got a point. Girl, this man always paying for your manicures, and sometimes these things can be expensive. Because I sure went and got me, I mean, not a manicure, but like a pedicure I went and got the other day, and this thing was like $55 strong. Okay? Now, I could have got one on the cheap, the cheaper end, but I was feeling away in my feet, and I needed somebody to massage them, and I needed the extra work. So I paid the $55. All right, so I just feel like he kind of got a point there. If you get manicures, they probably gonna cost the same amount, if not more. So you can get this man his $50 and let him go get his haircut.
Now, let me just point out, and yes, Tiffany Smith, she is funny. She is very entertaining. So let me ask this question real quick. Partnerships, 50-50. Equal partnerships, right? That's what a lot of people say that they want. So when he asked for a few dollars for his haircut, why is that a problem if he's expected to pay for a lot of her upkeep?
Wait, Jamie, there's more. She goes
There's more.
further.
Oh, let me not jump ahead. Here we go. Let's keep watching.
But why is haircuts $50? Girl. Anyway, let's keep going. She says, babe, what got into you? You're supposed to pay for my upkeep. I'm your girl. I have to look good, right? You sound weak. I get so tired of people talking about somebody else being weak. I'm tired of are these women calling these men weak? Now, God, dog. She said, you sound weak asking me for money to get your hair cut. You want to be the head of the house, but asking me for money. Stop playing, babe. I don't see y'all comments saying he want to be the head of the household, but he asking her for money. What y'all got to say about that? 50 is a little high, but maybe he's giving a large tip. About $35 sounds about right. Okay, I can see that. Maybe he's giving a large tip.
Now let me throw this disclaimer out here because I am the fellow on the panel. My haircuts $45. That's with no tip. When I tip my barber, I usually tip him $5 in addition to what he's asking. So haircuts can absolutely get up to $50. You know, I love my barber to death. He do a good job, but if he go up to 50, I might have to start cutting my hair myself. Okay, here we go.
Or something like that. I mean, I don't know, because barbers just be going up for real. Like my son's barber, she goes up. But I feel like she's worth it because she does do a great job, because all the other guys that I sent him to wasn't doing a great job with his haircut and his hairline. What? And it took a woman. If you want something done right, let a woman do it. And the woman is the one that got my son hair on point. $50 for a haircut. I mean, $30 reasonable, but $50, is he getting a wash and conditioner? Possibly, because that's what makes her. I think it's $40 for my son's. Because she also washes his hair and stuff, and then she cuts it. So I'd be like, okay, it's cool. And then you always, do a good job, and I want to keep him with the same person he's had for years. So I'm like, okay, I honor it. I understand. So yeah, $50 haircuts. No, ma'am, I'm glad my husband cuts his own damn hair. Period. I don't blame him, honey.
So anyway, you're on mute.
Me and this dog on mute button. Shout out to L Nix. He says he cuts his hair the majority of the time. I might be right there with you soon, man. But go ahead, Alabama Church Girl. Let's talk about it.
So she's gonna wrap it up, but basically what it boils down to is this man is like, listen, if you can't do for me like I do for you, then we probably don't need to be together. And I just thought that was too hilarious. Of course, Jamie's presentation is just hilarious all in itself. But that conversation, now I would have been taken aback too if Nick texted me asking me for money. Because he only gets like his beard and stuff lined up. Of course, y'all know he's bald. But if he was asking for some money, I'm like, wait, what's going on? But at the same time, I got a giving heart, and I'm going to take care of my man because I like for him to look good.
And then y'all get the little powder. And then y'all get the hot towel. You get the powder and all that, because that powder smell good. So yeah, I'm gonna give you the $50. Yeah, whatever it is, whatever they do with the towels and all that good stuff, and clean them off and all that takes money. Just like with our nails, if we do the full set and stuff like that, it's gonna be a good 65, 80, whatever. But yay, send that man his money.
See, there you go. I like what this Facebook user says. There's nothing wrong with taking care of the person that helps take care of you. I would tend to agree with that. You know what I'm saying? And it's not the fact that he can't pay for the haircut, but I think he's kind of, testing her a little bit. He was. I don't know what kind of relationship that they have or how long they've been together, but I mean, this could be very important.
You said a year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. About a year.
Some time, and he always paid to take care of her.
Mm-hmm. So
and that was the argument.
Always, right? He was always, paying to get her manicures, pedicures, and everything like that, right? So, a lot of people like to talk the 50-50 game, but then when it comes to doing 50-50 things, they don't want to do it. And it seems like that this lady was, not 100% genuine. And then when he asked for the money and comes with the same points that she came with him. Hey, she got a full-time job too. She take care of herself. What's wrong with throwing me 50 bones for a haircut? But then what happened? Here comes the sign language, the shame, the insults, the guilt, and the need to be right.
Let's see if she was a real G, and she was an old pimp like me. She don't know you take care of him before he asks for it, sweetie. You get he's gotten you service about 4 or 5 times. Okay, now I'm just gonna slide him this, or I'm gonna call the barber and go ahead and make the arrangements to have it paid. And he show up and it's like, oh, you already taken care of, bro. Your wife got you. And then he just was like, oh, baby.
That part.
Exactly. Same way the ladies want to keep themselves up and looking good. 2022, the fellas got to do the same thing. Haircuts are no longer cheap, unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? And like Jamie said, they just keep going up and up and up and up and up. But y'all like the nice line up and beard to be trimmed up and all that good stuff. So yeah, shoot that man that money.
That's right.
That's peanuts. Apparently compared to what he spent on you, right?
Absolutely. And then it buys you so much in the end, because he's gonna show up every day with flowers now. You don't know. My woman is down for me. Yes, baby.
Right. Hey, baby.
Thank you for those roses again this week.
You know what I'm saying? If you do it before he even asked for it, like Alabama church girl said, it's coming. I promise you. That goes such a long way. Get some of your cash out. Hey, baby, I know you're going to get your haircut today. Here you go, haircut on me. You took care of me last. Man, I'm going to pick out something right then. Pandora, the cage juice, something. You know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff makes us go hard. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta point out the issue. Y'all know me. So I think that again, just like we talked about earlier, I think that there's a lot of women that have this same mentality. Apparently has a good brother, you know what I'm saying? That doesn't mind doing for her. But as soon as he asks for something, it's a problem. Nick say, touch up in the morning. Hey man, come on, get me two. I ain't get my haircut till Friday. That's what's up. But yeah, I think that's an issue. I think that this happens more times than we would like to believe that it happens. What do you think about that, Antoinette?
It does. Unfortunately, like I said before, we get a little bit complacent, or people are just there for the moment to see what they could get. They're opportunistic. So I don't know. Unfortunately, you playing the wrong type of person that's ready to settle down, and then we start going down this same rigmarole. So, yeah, she a different pot, and he from a different pot. And then when we have to start playing games with each other, as far as with money and how you gonna be down for another, is a problem, because based on different situations, you don't know what could be going on. Both y'all might be strapped for cash or something. He lost his wallet. Something happened. Something has to happen if your man is, never asking you for anything, but he requests certain little things like communication or whatever else, and you still can't provide that, then that's a problem.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Alabama church girl, what else you got to say about this? Come on with it.
I concur. If you play it, or y'all go check out Jamie, because I don't want to use all her content, but she's hilarious.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put links to all three topics down in the description shortly after the live stream ends. Go ahead, Val.
If you listen to the rest of the video, they do get it. The conversation gets more tense, of course, because it's almost like he was testing her, and he just decided, hey, this ain't what I want. I want someone down for me, like I'm down for you. And it leads us back to the first conversation we had about women with these standards that will cause you to miss out on your blessings.
Absolutely. Yep. Just like that story I was talking about earlier. That was a true story, by the way. So, yeah, y'all, we doing good. We doing real good. We hitting the time right on the head. So, listen, y'all. This has been another edition of Therapeutic Tuesday. I don't know about y'all, but I feel a little bit better. Y'all feel better? Y'all feeling better? Y'all doing good?
Smiles.
I see it. Y'all, all three of us smiling. All three of us smiling this week. Yo, last week, we were all. Last week it was a little bit different, so we had to kind of lighten it up a little bit this time, right? So that's what's up. But it's all about balance, And just so y'all know, the Alabama church girl Antoinette and myself, we can get on here and we can debate and talk about whatever. But as soon as the live stream is over, we're gonna be friends again. So y'all ain't even got to worry about that. And that's what we need to do, and that's what Therapeutic Tuesday is all about. So we about to get up out of here, y'all. We doing good. Alabama church girl, any last thoughts?
I love you guys.
I promise you the feeling is mutual. Antoinette, what about you? You got any final thoughts? Anything you want to say to the people before we get out?
As always, it's been great. Can't wait till next week. God willing, and the creek don't rise, or other people come visit Georgia. It is what it is. Stay safe. This pandemic is hot like fire and fish grease. So like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, because we gotta start and continue building.
Absolutely, absolutely. And El Nix, bring as many people as you want next time, man. We're gonna get into it. I promise you. But yo, don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. I promise you, you will not get charged for liking and subscribing to the channel. You won't get charged for sharing the video either. If you have found any value out of this video, please share it with somebody, because I do believe that somebody else will find value in it too. But it's your boy JD, aka Mr. December, for the Alabama Church Girl.